Dear friends, Namaskar. This lecture entitled Decision Control Statements in Shell Programming Continued is created under the Department of Information Technology, Engineering College Jhalawar, Rajasthan. This lecture is the second part on decision control statements in shell programming of my previous lecture. So friends, in my previous lecture, we already learned about relational operator and how to use if then phi and if then else phi decision control statements in shell programming. I hope you have learned those concepts and those shell program which was explained in my previous lecture. Today, in this video lecture, I shall explain you to use if then else phi decision control statement and nested if else decision control statement in shell programming, and we will write shell script with using them. So let us start to learn about if then else phi statement in shell programming. So its general format is if big bracket start expression 1 big bracket close, then shell statements to be executed if expression 1 is true, elif big bracket start expression 2 big bracket close, then shell statements to be executed if expression 2 is true, and we can add more elif statement in the program as per the requirement of the logic. After that, else shell statements to be executed if all above expressions are false. Phi. For better understanding this, let us take a programming example in which we find the greatest among three numbers. So, in the first line, we display the message for taking three numbers through echo command, and in the second line, we will take three numbers as input through read command and stored in A, B and C variable respectively. Now let us see the third line of the program in which I have written two expressions, that is $A minus GT $B and $A minus GT $C, and these two expressions has been combined by logical AND operator. Yes friend, in shell programming, logical AND operator is represented by double ampersand sign. So we will check that if $A is greater than $B and if $A is greater than $C, so if both conditions are true, then values at A variable is greatest among entered three number. And in sixth line, we check $B is greater than $A and $B is greater than $C through elif statement. If it is true, then $B will be greatest, else $C is greatest among entered three variables. Here we can see the output of this program. We have taken three numbers, that is 10, 30, 20 from the user, and after checking the condition by if then elif then else phi statement, we got the result which is 30 is greatest among entered three number. You can also type and run this program at your desktop or laptop, and you can check the output of this program. Now let us start to learn about nested if else statement in shell programming. So its general format is if big bracket start expression 1 big bracket close, then shell statements to be executed if expression 1 is true, else. Now in nested form, if big bracket start expression 2 big bracket close, then shell statements to be executed if expression 2 is true, else shell statements to be executed if expression 2 is false. And We can add more nested if else statement in the program as per the requirement of the logic. After that, phi. For better understanding this, let us take a programming example in which we will find the greatest among three numbers through nested if else statement. So in the first line we display the message for taking three numbers through echo command, and in the second line we will take three numbers as input through read command and store in a, b and c variable respectively. Now let us see the third line of the program in which we will check if $a is greater than $b and if $a is greater than $c. So if this both condition is true, then value at a variable is greatest among entered three numbers. And in 6th and 7th line we nested the if statement in else part in which we are checking that $b is greater than $a and $b is greater than $c. If these both expressions are true, then $b is greatest, else $c is greatest among entered three numbers. Here we can see the output of this program. We have taken three numbers, that is 15, 700 from the user, and after checking the condition by nested if else statement we got the result, which is 100 is greatest among entered three numbers. You can also type and run this program at your desktop or laptop, and you can check the output of this program. So in this lecture you learn about if then elif then else phi and nested if else decision control statements in shell programming, and in the next lecture I will explain you the last decision control statement, that is switch statement in shell programming. Thank you.